Hi there, join me this morning as I go and do a sunrise shoot from Crome Hill. So as you can tell, it's still pitch black. I'm using the light on the top of my camera just to film this. It's looking like it could be a very promising sunrise. There's some cloud in the sky, but I have got a 20 to 25 minute walk now to get to the location. So I'm going to have to speed up a little bit. So I'm probably not going to film very much on the way. It's going to be really interesting what happens today. And I know that I'm really going to enjoy my photography. I've just had to do a massive power walk to get to the bottom of the hill. It's taken me 20 minutes, which is a bit longer than I expected, and I've still got probably another 5 or 10 minutes to get up to the location where I'll take the photograph from. And already the sky is starting to get quite interesting, so I'm going to have to rush. So I've made it to the location in just about enough time. The sun hasn't come up yet, so I'm trying to set up the camera while I'm talking before the sun actually does rise. I think we've got another 15 minutes or so before the sun rises properly. But even though it's -1 this morning, that walk has really warmed me up. I am really sweating because it's taken about half an hour to get here from the car. But I'm in location and it stands a chance of being quite spectacular. There's a little tiny bit of mist hanging about in the valley a bit further down, so that might make the photograph a little bit more interesting. But I'm just going to finish setting up the camera first of all, and then I'll get back to you. So I'm all set up now. I've found a composition and I've taken an exposure stack, so I've got a complete range of exposures so I can do an HDR. There are at least 3 other photographers here this morning. You can see one just here in the frame. It's going to be quite popular, but there is some interesting cloud just above Parkhouse Hill, just over there, and there's a little bit of mist, as I said, down in the valley, so it could be quite interesting. We're still probably about 10 or 15 minutes away from sunrise proper, so I might just have a little bit of a move about to see if I can find any alternative compositions. Well, I found an alternative position, and this time I've made sure that the tree that's the focal point has come below the horizon, just because it might be easier to hold the sky when I do the HDR. And also when the sky really lights up, there's going to be less trouble balancing the foreground with the sky. When the tree broke the horizon, I think it made for a better composition, but it might just be easier to hold it because I'm going to be shooting straight into the sun. Just while I've been waiting for the sun, what I've also done is I've taken a close-up of the mist down in the valley, and I've HDR'd that as well. So I've taken an exposure stack so I can play with how the exposure looks when I get back in the computer, just to give me the best chance of picking up the sky, because just in the direction that we're looking at the moment, there's some really nice cloud. And hopefully, when the sun does rise, that cloud might pick up some colour as well. The sun still hasn't come up yet, but I've moved probably about 10 meters to the left, and I've changed the composition because that really nice cloud has moved a little bit further to the right, so it's kept it within the frame. But what it's done is it's closed the gap between the tree and Parkhouse Hill, so the tree almost fits into the curve of the hill. So I think that the composition is actually a little bit nicer here anyway. So everything seems to fit together, but we've still not got the sunrise yet, and it's just gone 8 o'clock. So probably within the next 5 minutes we should get the sunrise proper. While I've been waiting for the sun to come up, I have been thinking how tricky I used to find it talking in front of people. There's now 4 other photographers and then a couple with a dog that's just walking up the hill, and to be honest now, after 3 years doing this, I just carry on with it. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. The sun's now fully risen, and so it's going to be really difficult to take any further shots because I'm straight into the sun. It's going to get very bright, and even with HDRing the photographs, it's going to just be really very, very difficult. But the sun's catching the tree, so I might take some of that. I think all the other photographers here are just waiting to see if anything changes, but I don't think it will. As the light comes round onto some of these other hills, it's quite interesting. There's some interesting bits and bobs over there. Well, I think we've probably about got the most that we're going to get from this location this morning. So I was just walking back to the car, and along this ridge here I noticed a really interesting composition. I am taking straight into the sun, so it's going to have to be heavily bracketed to make sure that I can get the detail out in the HDR. But what attracted me was some plants here that have caught some frost, and so they are really white and they're lighting up with the sunlight, and then the ridge moves around in a kind of almost semicircle towards Parkhouse Hill there in the background, and I've got the sun and the valley with some mist in. So hopefully, if all this comes together in the HDR, this could look quite spectacular. So today we've been at Crome Hill, which is a really interesting rock formation that partners with its neighbour Parkhouse Hill to form what is known locally as the Dragon's Back, because it's a very sharp, pointed pinnacle of rock that is very striking and really photogenic. We are in between the villages of Earlsterndale and Longner on the Staffordshire and Derbyshire border. I'm nearly back to the car, so the video is nearly over, but if you are thinking of coming to this location, something that is worth noting is the path that leads up to the tree where I just was. Gets really muddy, and the previous time when I came I was slipping all over the place and it was quite treacherous. It's not a problem this morning because it's so frosty that the ground is rock hard. But what I've done, just to give me that extra bit of confidence, is I've put my spikes on my boots. Now, I had these spikes when I went to Iceland to get me over the ice, but I thought I'd still put them on today, knowing that the ground might be icy, just to give me that extra bit of grip. And I've not had any problems at all getting up the hill, because when you get to the location where you get the best composition with the tree and Parkhouse Hill, it's on a very steep slope. So having the spikes on your boots just gives you so much more grip and so much more confidence. They're fairly cheap from Amazon. I think they were less than £20, so it's really worth investing in a pair and just keeping them in your bag, just in case you come across some really muddy conditions or the ground is slippery and icy like it has been today. I'm back down safely to the road, and what a great morning that's been. It's so life-affirming to be in a wonderful location for a sunrise. It just makes you feel great. So I'd encourage anybody to make the effort to get up early, to be in good locations for the sunrise, because you get better photographs anyway. So what I'll do now is I'll leave you with some of my favourite photographs from the morning. That's been a really enjoyable morning. Now it was just a little bit of a rush first thing to get to the location, because I was here about 15 minutes later than I intended because I got stuck behind some traffic, so I did have to power walk to the location. In hindsight, that might not be a bad thing though, because if I'd been here 15 minutes earlier, I would have been sat on the side of the hill for 50 minutes longer and I would have started to get cold. So it's catch-22, and I wouldn't have got any better light by being here earlier, but it was just a bit of a rush and I didn't feel like I could have set myself up quite as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, let me know down below in the comments. Sign up over to my Vero account, that's @DHooktonPhotography. Leave me your comments there, and you can also see lots of my photographs. Now if you like what I do on the channel and want to help support me to make future content like this, you can also visit my Teespring store. There I've got a range of merchandise on offer, and a purchase really does help me out, so go and check that out. And don't forget the super thanks button as well. But you don't have to spend any money at all to support the channel. You can do that simply by clicking like, subscribe and the bell notifications, because it really helps me out and it makes sure that you don't miss out on any future content. Watch out for next week's video, that goes live on Sunday. In the meantime, go and check out this video just up here. But all that's left now is to say, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.